Hey everyone. A lot of you guys have asked me to bring you some different segments. For one, this is going to be a deck profile. I guess it's not really a new segment because it's not going to be recurring that often. But I will try to talk you through a few things and explain how things work. I'm not the expert on this. I've already had this built for a while on DN. I changed it a little bit, and I did notice and that I guess somebody did well at the top 32 whatever at the YCS Atlanta, which is unfortunate because I was hoping to bring this to you so that you guys, before that, so you guys would say, hey, you know, you did net deck. I don't know what he ran, but I'll explain why I'm running what I'm running. I'm not going to show you the side or the extra really. I'm just going to give you some suggestions. This is not a definite of anything. The side deck is the worst. I haven't grabbed the cards for that because I'm going to play it Sunday, and I'll do that then. First of all, it's kind of like, it reminds me of the Geminis, the way they didn't run a lot of monsters. They ran like 13, this is 17 or whatever, but and then also has a kind of a Glad Beast feel to it. The deck has Gorz in it because it's a great defense, and also because there is Najasho, and if you have to in your bad spot, and you've got Najasho, let's say, and another Evil on the field, and he needs to be tributed to get his effect, you can tribute him if you have to. I don't recommend that. You should never be in that circumstance, but it does happen. This deck can get some bad hands. 3 Evo-Force Ceratos, 1900 beat stick, goes up to 21 when he's brought up by an Evoltile. And anyway, he's a great card. It says, if this card was special summoned by the effect of an Evoltile monster, each time this card destroys opponent's monster by battle, you can add one Evoltile monster from your deck to your hand. I don't remember the exact count, but I think there's 7 Evo-Swords and 7 Evotiles, so that's kind of has some bad times. I think I need to put 1 or 2 more Evotiles in the deck. But then again, sometimes you have too many Evotiles in your hand. But I'm noticing that I get too many Evo-Swords at the beginning, and I can't. I only have 1 Avarice, which is all you're allowed, so I can't seem to get them back in. Alright, 2 Evo-Sword Diplos. The reason I don't play any of the 6-star Evo-Swords is because I don't want to get them in my hand and sit there with them and just be stuck. Even though there are some monsters that bring out the Evo-Swords from your hand or deck. So, you know, you got to kind of figure that out for yourself. This guy destroys a magic and trap when he comes out by an Evoltile, so he's kind of like Bestiari. I do play 1 Casinerio. From what I noticed, I guess the guy that played in the top 32 didn't run this. He is exactly like Rescue Rabbit, and the fact that he's only 1600, so he's not big, but when he attacks a monster, destroys it, you can tribute him to bring out 2 Evil Swords of the exact same name from your deck, level 6 or lower. And because I only run level 4s or lower, I just bring out 2 level 4s. And here's one more. Here's the last Evil Sword that I run is Vulcano. 1200, so not great. But his effect's pretty amazing. When he's brought up by an Evoltile, he can special summon another Evil Sword from the graveyard. It just can't attack. So you can put it in defense mode if you need a wall. You know, whatever you need to do, but usually you're just going to bring out another one and you're going to exceed summon with him. So 3 Westlos, and they are very good because they have 1900 defense, and also because they're a flip effect. So what you can do, set it, it gets attacked. Most of the time it's going to be attacked by 1900 or less. It's going to survive. You do play Book of Moon, and you know, you also because you run so many level 4s, you're going to want to sometimes make wind up Zen Mighty. Not Zen Mighty, sorry, Zen Meister. The very first one that came out. And he's going to help you flip this guy back down and then flip him back up for the effect again. Now he's going to be, in the end phase, he's going to be left in face of attack, but, you know, sometimes that's what you got to do. I like having Casinerio in there because sometimes he can be used with Westlo to make a good rank 3 Zen mains, Acid Golem, Leviathan, Levier. I mean, you really shouldn't be removing, so that shouldn't be an issue, but it always depends on how you want to play it. 3 Najasho, he's kind of one of the best cards in the whole deck. A lot of it revolves around him, of plussing off him with the magic card Evo-Force, and also off your enemy controller plays, which I will explain later. And of course to Valor, just because you need to run Valor. It's nice to have a tuner. There's been some shenanigans that happen off that combo. Off Casinerio bringing out 2, I summon Valor next turn or something, and I make Trish. Now the Trish isn't around, make Worm. So there's just a lot of good plays there. Or Westlo or Casinerio with a 4 makes an 8. You can do the math, okay? So anyway, for those of you guys who don't know what these cards do, I guess I could read Najasho, because I'm going to need to explain this later with the magics. If this card on the field is tributed, that doesn't mean it can tribute itself, okay? It means if it's tributed by, let's say, a enemy controller or a monster or Evo-Force lets you tribute it, then it says you special summon 1 evil sword monster from your deck. So, you know, any card that lets you special from the deck, like Tour Guide or whatever, is a great card. So that's why I first picked up the Evil deck, because I wanted to do ridiculous combos with them. Okay, your magics are your monster Reborn, your Heavy Storm, your 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, your Dark Hole. It plays 2 Duality, not 3, because as you can see, you do special summon quite a bit, but you do need some kind of draw power. I mean, you have quite a bit of deck thinning, but you need something to help you, and there's a lot of times you can just summon Najasho and say go, and then when you're ready, you can play enemy controller or steal their monster, and you haven't really, you haven't special summoned until it was their turn. Now they're probably going to realize that that's what you're doing when you put a Najasho in attack position. I wish I could play 100 of these cards. They're ridiculous. Okay, not 100, but you know what I'm saying, like 5, 6. Because you tribute an Evoltile monster, hopefully Najasho. Special summon an evil sword monster from your deck. It's treated as if it was special summoned by the effect of the Evoltile monster. So, you play Najasho, you tribute him with this card, you get this effect and you get Najasho's effect, and you're going to bring out 2 evil sword monsters. I like to bring out, if it's first turn or whatever, or second turn, and you don't have any evil swords in your graveyard yet, you don't want to bring out Vulcano just yet. So you can bring out 2 Diplos and blow up 2 back row. You can bring out a Diplo to blow up 1 back row, and then Cerato, which is usually what I do. Or if you just want to beat people down, bring out 2 Ceratos. The reason I like to bring out like 2 Diplos or 2 of the same is because I don't want to bring out one of the same, one of one and one of another, because I like my Casinerio plays where I want to be able to have 2 of the same name still in my deck. 2 enemy controllers. I guess the guy from the YCS whatever ran 3. I find that major overkill. It is a decent defensive card, but that's all it is. It's decent. So I'm trying out 2 right now. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to go back to 3, because it is really good. But the only reason enemy controller works in the deck is just for Najasho. You could do the Westlo play with Zen Meister, and then he's in attack mode, and then they attack you, and you could tribute him and steal, or just turn him to defense, and hopefully, next turn you can, find out a way to do the Zen Mains thing again. Or I keep saying Zen Main, the Zen Meister thing again. 2 lances. There's a lot of times where, Solemn Warning stops everything. Lance really can't touch that, and then of course Book. But you want to try to, when you bring out your Logia or Dolka or whatever, you don't want to bring out Dolka and it get torrentialed, or you smash into a whatever, a MForce, or I don't know. So Lance has been great. Also, I use it on the offensive, attack, make them lose 800, and it goes through or whatever. So pretty powerful. It's been very helpful. I'm not saying Lance is better than maybe some different traps, but I really like surprising people with it, and out of the hand's always fun too. So give that a try, see how you like that. But you got to run 2 controllers, and you got to run those 3 Evo-Forces. Those Evo-Forces are amazing. I wish there was a way, and I'm going to try to figure out a way if it's better to run maybe even 2 more monsters to get it up to like 18, 19, and run 2 more Evotiles. I keep drawing a lot of Evil Swords on my opening hand. A lot of that could be my deck. I maybe just need to put new sleeves on them, or whatever. On DN, I also find that a lot. It gives me the Evil Swords, so strange. MForce, 1 call. Call's great for the deck because you're exceeding a lot. And of course, I don't play Judgment because today's format there is some major damage that can be dealt to you so quickly. Even though I know that sometimes you would win the game if you had a Judgment. You know, sometimes you win the game if you had a second call the Haunted. I mean, sometimes you win the game for whatever. Bottomless Trap Hole, 1 Compulsory Evacuation, and 2 Finish Chain. I usually don't run 1 of each. I'm trying it because there's a couple of Rabbit Dino decks in my area, and Bottomless is better than 2 Compulses, but 2 Bottomless is not working for me anymore. So I'm trying this. I love Compulse. It's fantastic. This deck is 41. I may even go up to 42 with another Compulse, but it doesn't have any draw power. It has deck thinning ability and, special summoning from the deck, which is kind of like a deck thinning ability. So you don't always need to be 40 on the dot, guys. I'm just telling you right now. I really don't even want to show you my extra deck because it's a bunch of cards. Like I have Mind Control in there. I have another enemy controller. Yeah, these are what I played Sunday. Okay, these aren't even side deck cards. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I am going to play 2 Chain Disappearance. I'm going to play Fossil Dyna, some Cyber Dragons. Maybe a second Bottomless for when I do play Dino Rabbit, and it will help me. Maybe some Dust Tornadoes. I don't know, whatever. So, just going to put some stuff like that in there. I might put I'm a big fan of Big Burn and Crevice for Dark Worlds to get rid of those Graphas or whatever, but now they're playing Trance Archfiend, so doesn't really help that much anymore. Okay, you make a lot of 4s, so Utopia, this Illuminite's gone, I don't know why that's in there. 2 Logia, probably go up to 3. 2 Dalka, because you're making 4s all day long. 1 Zenmeister, 1 Roach, Leviathan, Leviair, and Giga Brilliant, this is overload on the 3s. I got too many 3s in here, so I don't really think Leviair is that big of a deal, so I'll probably take him out. I need a beat stick. Leviathan's good. I don't know if I love Acid Golem over him, but I kind of do, so I don't know. And you'd be surprised how many times you got, Najasho? Yeah, sometimes you can get multiple Najashos out there and be stuck with them sitting out there, and you don't have a controller, you don't have an Evo-Force, you don't have a Gorz, and there's not a lot of ways to get that guy tributed. I have been thinking about playing some wild ideas. Goka the Pyra Malice, whatever that zombie guy is, that, what does he do? I guess you summon him or whatever, and you have to kill a fire. Like, you have to have another fire in the field, which is, they're all fire. And then you special summon him, and he's like 21 or 2200. And then you have to destroy a fire, so you just destroy the one that was on there. And then I guess he summons a token, so then from then on you can just kill the token. But then you're allowed to tribute a card in the field to deal damage or do something like that. And you could tribute Najasho. So that was kind of a crazy idea, and I doubt that'll ever happen. So that's the deck, guys. I hope that helps you. Kind of gives you some ideas how the deck works. Vulcano's your big recursion to get your exceed on once you get kind of a fat graveyard. I love the Najasho plays, Diplo blowing stuff up. They're 16, they're 12. I mean, Cerato's the only one that's got any power. It's still a fun deck. I mean, look at those defenses on those guys. 2019. That's pretty big. They're going to stick around for a little bit, hopefully. I mean, you got to watch out for mass destruction. So if you want to run, instead of lances, maybe you want to run 3 controllers and a Starlight Road. Maybe you want to run 2 Starlight Roads. Maybe you want to run a Starlight Road and a Solemn Judgment. So Lots of options there. The chains have saved me so many times. I might even have a third. Oh yeah, that's actually what's in the side as well. It's supposed to be a third chain. So there's my EVO deck profile. Sorry for the length, and hopefully the explanations will make it worth you guys watching for how long you've had to watch this. Thanks for watching, and click that like button if you liked it. Comment below with your ideas, what you liked, what you didn't like, questions you may have, and talk to you later.